mate. Sorry.
I'm talking to the people now, yeah? G'day guys, and welcome to another vlog. So today we're going to do something different, which is why we wanted to do this in the first place. We wanted to give you a little different insight in the golf. I'm very fortunate to be friends with someone who has caddied in America and certainly looked after some of the game's best players. He's also friends with Adam Scott's now ex-caddy after they've parted ways before the US Open. His name's Chris Meekin, I'll refer to him as CJ, but we're good mates, and he's going to give us a cool little insight into a caddy-player relationship, what can go right, what can go wrong. Hope you enjoyed it, something different. Make sure you leave some feedback at the end. Cheers guys. Siege, give us a rundown of your caddying life, mate.
Basically, mate, the majority of my time was spent out on the Canadian tour, Latin America tour, and then I also delved into some web.com events as well. Basically the three tiers below the PGA Tour.
As we know, there's a million golf pros and they're all pretty good on those tours that you've caddied on, and obviously the main tour. How do you become a caddy? Like, how do you tap someone on the shoulder and think, you know, I can probably carry your bag and we can make this work?
Yeah, I was pretty fortunate. I was working at a pretty well-known private country club in Orlando that is home to quite a few golfers, a lot of the European guys.
Yeah, give us a rundown. Talk to us. What golf club? Who was there? Type thing.
Yeah, so it was Lake Nona Golf and Country Club, just east of Orlando's airport. You've got guys, you know, Justin Rose used to live there. He's now since relocated down to Albany. But Ian Poulter, Henrik Stenson. It was just a matter of me putting myself in the situation to kind of let guys know that, hey, I've been around golf for a really long time. I know I'm not good enough inside the ropes to swing a club, but I still think I bring value to that dynamic, that caddy dynamic.
It's a crazy industry. Like, I would hate to employ someone who's relying on where I hit it in particular.
Without question, and particularly at that level when you're not playing for as much prize money.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, well, let's talk. We're going to talk the most recent caddy player split that we know of, anyway. We're both massive Adam Scott fans, and obviously you've got a good relationship with now ex-caddy Dave Clarke. So it's a tough one, but where does Clarkey go from here, mate? Or not just Clarkey, but where does any caddy in his position go from here? Does word just spread that he's now on the market?
Yeah, no, for sure it would. Absolutely. It's again, like I said before, as you can probably appreciate, it's like most work environments.
Yeah.
You know, nobody can keep a secret for too long.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a little bit of conversation with him. He's doing totally fine. He's definitely going to take some time off. Those two have been going at it. You know, in the lead up to the US Open, and the fact that he was just outside the top 60.
It's been a busy period.
He had to play.
Yeah.
He had to go to sectional qualifier. I can't remember the last time Adam Scott even dreamt about having to go to a sectional qualifier, but they got through it, and then, you know, lo and behold, I guess the week in between, he got the phone call to say that, you know, Scotty was going in a different direction.
Yeah, you may...
As usual, took it like a pro, and to your point earlier, there'll be no shortage of suitors for him, mate. He's a first-class guy, first-class caddy. He knows exactly what he's doing out there. So, you know, anyone would be crazy not to want him by their side.
Yeah. Let's talk Adam Scott, mate, because we both love him. I think we still love him, even though this has happened.
For sure, yeah.
Let's talk this season. He's 97th in the FedEx Cup. If he stays there, he's only going to play the first playoff event, you would think. 67th in the world. He was the world number 1 in May 2013. That's obviously a decline. His scoring average this season, 70.7. That's quite high, with only one top 10. Talk to me, mate. What's happened here?
Mate, if I knew, I would have a different job to the one I have. Mate, to be brutally, you know what's happened? Golf has happened.
Yeah.
Golf is that 4-letter word that should be put in the bag with the rest of the 4-letter words.
Yeah.
It ebbs and flows. You know, you've got all the different analogies for things that go up and down, the roller coaster, the peaks and troughs, all the rest of it. When you're out there, you've got to ride the wave. I mean, the guy hits the absolute cover off the golf ball. You know, people get on him about his putting and different things like that. Yeah, okay, sure, it might not be great, But ultimately, at the end of the day, you know, he's the one swinging the golf club, and he just, for one reason or another, hasn't been putting himself in the greatest positions to win, to get, you know, top fives, top tens, whatever it might be. I mean, he's still a phenomenal player.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah.
And, you know, David, I had a wonderful opportunity to spend a bit of time with Clarke when I was in Orlando, and you know, our families are friends and our kids are friends and all that sort of stuff. And it's easy for me to, you know, to take his side, but he's a genuinely super nice guy who absolutely gives everything he's got every single time he steps out there on the golf course. You know, he's got 3 young kids. He's not a guy that likes to be away from his family. So for him to put himself in a position where he's literally on the road for you know, the best part of 25, 30 weeks a year in different countries, multiple time zones, all that sort of stuff. It's a huge sacrifice. So, look, sometimes, you know, golfers decide to go in a different direction. I'm sure he was disappointed, but at the same time, I know he's one of the perennial survivors out there.
All right, guys, so there it is, a pretty rare take on a caddy-player relationship, something we don't hear a lot of in Australia. I hope you enjoyed it. Chris is a great guy, and he's had plenty of experience doing what he does. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and as always, make sure you jump on YouTube, subscribe, comment, give us some feedback. Love to hear from you. Cheers.
When you asked me to do this, I did agree to it, and my one proviso was that it was Fez doing the interviewing. So I can't tell you how disappointed I am that I've had to talk to you for the last 5 minutes.
Mate.